All right. Hi, hello everybody. Let's see if it's live. Let me know. This is new and also not live for me. Okay. Let's see if we can solve this. Yes, it's live. Amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I'm so glad that we caught this. Thank you so much. Welcome, everybody. I think in this process, some people might have lost connection, so hopefully you come back. If not, the replay will be available and we'll get started in a few moments. Thank you so much, Lucy. Thank you for letting me know that it was not live, and now we're live and we can get started. We'll still do a 30-minute workout, so it will go over a little bit, but I'll try not keep you too long. Okay, let's get started. Yippee! Technology. Okay, welcome. Happy Monday. Welcome to today's live session. Today we have a full body Pilates workout. It's going to be beginner intermediate. So there will be options for you to choose from. So you can choose what feels good in your body. No equipment needed, just you and your mat. We're going to be playing around with the moves that we know and adding in just a little bit of fun to it today. I always like to add some play, especially at the start of the week on a Monday. So if this is your very first class, that's what we have here today for a 30-minute workout. And then at the end of the session, we have a Q&A, so you can stay, come and join us, come and chat. Hi, welcome. I can see some new members here. Thank you so much. All right, that's how we get started in our warm-up. All right, so we're going to come to lie down on our back. Make your way down to the mat, feet in line with your hips, hands next to the side of your body. Just take a moment there, getting aligned and situated. Deep breath in through the nose and out the mouth. Can you feel your rib cage resting on the mat? Lovely. On your next exhale, we're going to roll the hips up and off the mat, all the way into bridge. Inhale at the top, and then exhale, roll it back down. And release. We pause at the tips of the shoulder blades, lift up through the hips, feel that activation through the back of your body. And as you're curling up, you're tucking those hips towards your chest. Feel that deep abdominal connection. I'm glad that we restarted this and we're all moving together. We're just going to take a couple more here, pressing into your hands and heels. Feel that activation through the back of your body. Let's go 2. And 1 more. Deep breath in, press those shoulders into the ground. And exhale, deep seat all the way down to the mat. We're going to bring the arms to T position, legs to tabletop, feet together, knees as close together as you comfortably can go. Rotate your knees across the body to the one side. And then come back to neutral on both hips, over to the other side. Inhale. And exhale, center. Take this at your own pace. You want to feel your opposite shoulder stay on the ground as you rotate. Rotating from the waist. And can we feel that we pull our belly button in deeper and deeper as you twist? And you're going to feel that oblique and deep core. 1 more. We're going to add on a layer of challenge. This time you're going to twist, hold your twist, and we're going to take a little corkscrew move. So you're going to sweep your feet down towards the ground, across to the other hip, and then come back to neutral on both hips. Twist to the other side, and then a little swing across, and back to neutral. Trying not to go too low down to the ground with your feet. You don't want any discomfort in your lower back. You want to keep your rib cage and shoulders on the mat. Let's go one more time to each side. Have a little fun here. And last one. Whole swing. And back in. Excellent. Keep your legs in tabletop, hands behind your head. Interlace those fingers, and the elbows are off the mat. We're going to take an exhale breath. Lift your chest up. Hold, inhale, and exhale, lower down. Holding at the top for the inhale. Breathing into the back of your rib cage, and feel like you can lift a little bit higher on that inhale. Weight is in your hips, trying not to move the lower body. Good, adding on. Exhale, hold it at the top. Extend one leg down towards the ground. Bring it in and lower your chest. Other side, we lift. Extend. In and down. Keeping the lower back down to the ground as you extend your legs. And you're floating on the tips of your shoulders. Good. Feel your tummy muscles pull in as your leg extends. Let's go one more, and then we'll take it into crisscross. Bring it in and down. Just a moment to reset. Lift the chest to the tips of the shoulder blades. Extend one leg, twist towards that front leg, and switch. Good. Now we're keeping the legs high, bringing your top elbow to the ceiling, and steady in the hips. Let's go 2 and 2, 1 and 1. Bring it through center and lower it down. Bring your hands next to the side of the body. Well done. All right, we're going to take it into a rollover. So now we're going to lift those legs up behind you. Press into your hands a lot. The more you press into the hands, the better. Then you're going to pull your knees to your chest. Try to get your bum off the floor. Little scoop and roll and curl back down. Now here's where you're going to start. Just a little scoop and lift. Feel how important your arms are. If that feels good and you want to challenge yourself, you're going to scoop and hold. Extend the legs and curl back down. Option to keep the knees bent. So you're going to try and hold your scoop and roll back down. So play around with it. You want to keep your head down to the ground. And as you curl down, you want to pull your tummy muscles towards your lower back. So pull that core in. Good. Let's go one more. And slowly rolling it down. We're going to bring one foot down to the ground in line with your hip. We're going to take it up into our bridge. You're going to take an exhale, curl up your hips, lift it up, hold. Top leg you extend, bend, and lower down. Let's go. Exhale, lift the hips. Extend and lengthen that top leg. Pressing into both of your hands for support. You don't want to force this top leg up. You want to lengthen through the back of the leg. Good, let's go one more. Hold it. Can you keep your leg extended? You're going to lower the leg down and then lift it up, reach for the ceiling.
lower and lift. Inhale down, exhale, lift. Option to keep your knee bent and tap the mat with your toes. Feel steady in your hips, trying to not sway around. 3, 2. We're going to lower the hips down and keep this leg long into circles. Take this leg down, around, and lift. Keeping your rib cage down to the ground, and imagine balancing a cup on your belly button. 2, and 1. Bring it up, switch directions. Good. Reversing that circle. Pressing into the foot on the floor for balance. Use your core to lift the leg. Let's go 2 and 1. And bring that foot down to the ground in line with your hips, second side tabletop. We're going to lift those hips up, get that tuck and curl. Extend the leg, bend, lower and lift the hips. So after that first curl, we just lift and lower. Pressing into both of our hands and the foot on the floor. And as you lift your hips, can we press those shoulders into the ground so that we don't overarch the back? Nice big exhale on the lift. 3. Find ease in your neck and shoulders. And we have 1 more. We're going to hold it. Keeping the leg long or bent. Lower and lift. Inhale. Exhale. Pressing into that foot on the floor. Keep that leg steady. Pressing into your hands, lift your hips. 3 and 2. 1, keep the leg up. Lower your hips. Leg circle, leg goes down, around and lift. The size of your circle has a lot to do with, can we keep this bottom leg steady? So try not to sway. Shoulders and rib cage stay on the ground. 2, 1, let's reverse the circle. Around and up through center. Feel steady in the shoulders. Good. Couple more, let's go 3. Pressing into your hands a little more. And 1, bring it in. Grab behind this knee. Lift yourself up into chest lift. Can you lift a little bit higher and then extend your opposite leg just above the ground? We switch the legs. Exhale. Trying to stay steady on your hips. Lift up from the mid-back. 4. Open up through the chest. 2 more. And 1. Lovely. Lower both of the legs down to the ground. Extend your arms overhead. Taking it into a roll up, half lift the chest. Grip into your heels. Roll yourself forward to the toes. Exhale, curl it back. Option to go all the way down or pause halfway. Deep breath in. Exhale on the way up. If you find that your legs are lifting here or you're having to force it up, pause here and roll forward again. Good, so we're just regathering that breath. Pull your core back as you stretch forward. And let's go 1 more. We come all the way up. Take a full stretch. Lower yourself down to the ankles with the heels and curl it up.
Lovely. Let's come into our side work. Alrighty, so in the side position, we're going to have the elbow just underneath the shoulder, and your hand is at a 45, so not directly forward, and taking that top leg slightly back. We're going to play around here with the rib cage. I want you to press into your elbow to lift up through that rib cage, find that activation, and then drop it back down. So we're lifting, pushing that arm away, finding the lift through the waist, and come back down. So this is going to be really important for all of the side work that we're going to do in a moment. And as you lift, can you avoid pulling the rib cage back? We want to feel that we pull it in. Good, one more. So now we're going to hold this position. You find that lift, pull the rib cage back, hold it there. Taking your top hand stretch up, you're going to twist under, thread it under. And you're going to come up and bring your hand and leg to tap. And lift, twist. If you have fallen down into the shoulder, you'll find it difficult to twist. So then you want to lift up again. And when you bring your leg and arm together, you want to avoid dropping that rib cage. Nice big exhale breath as we twist. Let's go to how are we feeling? Are you finding new connections today? Good, one more. Brilliant. We're going to take that hand behind your head, lower your foot down to the ground. And then from here, we're going to take a twist around and open. Just a little play around here. Finding that connection to the bottom shoulder. Let's go one more. And we're going to hold it up. Press your head into your hand. Pull your rib cage back, tuck your pelvis, and we're going to lift this leg. We're going to flex and come forward. 2 pulses, pull back, squeeze. And forward and back. Option to bring your hand to the ground if you find that you're moving. Good. We're trying to keep that upper body and that core tight and stable. Lift through this top elbow. Last 2. And 1. Take that leg back behind you. Stretch your arm forward in front of you and twist down. Bring your leg forward and your arm back. Twist. And twist. Feel that you're pressing into that bottom elbow, lifting yourself away from the mat. And now you can move this entire upper body around. Find that twist in the spine and hips. 2 more. And 1. Lovely. Twist it around. Place your hand down and leg down. And we bring it all the way up into a side stretch. Let's release through this arm. And over to the other side. All right, we start again. We have that top leg at the back. We're lifting up and out of the shoulder and the arm is at the 45. We're going to play around with the connection to the oblique. So we're going to lift up through the waist and then let it drop down. Pressing into that forearm. Can we feel how when you push your arm away, you find that activation here? That really helps you a lot when we start to move through the lower body. So the more you can find this connection here, the better. You can even feel like you're sliding your foot away from you. Let's go 2. And 1. Now you're going to hold it there. Find that lift. Pull the rib cage back and twist under. Open. And we bring the leg and hand together.
Trying not to drop into that bottom shoulder. We want to lift up through our top rib cage. And bringing that hand and leg to touch. 3. Good. 2. And last 1. We lower the leg, we bring the hand behind the head, press your head into your hands and feel that you can pull your core back in deeper, and then twist and open. You're going to feel deep abdominal work here because you're pressing into this forearm to keep that bottom oblique active. And you're using that deep abdominals to twist and lift. Press into your feet. Can we feel that full body connection? 1 more. Hold it here. Lift that leg at the back. Flex 2 pulses forward and 1 pull back. Squeeze the glutes as you pull back. And then a reminder, if you find that your upper body is swaying forward, bring your hand down in front of you. Inhale. Exhale. 3. Lift up through that top shoulder and elbow. 1 more. Hold it at the back. Good. Let's bring that hand down. And we're going to find that twist and stretch. Lovely. Sweep the leg in. Arm goes back. And sway. So now we're moving through the torso, finding that full stretch from hand to heel. Feel that stretch in your chest as you pull back. Good. Let's go 2 more. We are playing around with this one in our recent classes, so it will start to feel familiar. 1 more. Bring the hand and foot down. Pressing down into the bottom elbow, find that twist. We'll come into that Z-sit, find a stretch, up and over. Good. Coming to seated for spine stretch. We come to a straight spine. So you're going to stretch your legs out in front of you, soften your knees if you need, because you want that flat back. You want to lift the crown of your head up to the ceiling and stretch those arms forward. Let's take a spine stretch, chin to chest. Then begin to curl forward down to the mat in front of you, pulling your core back, and then roll back up to a straight spine. Exhale, breath, let's take it forward. Pull your core in, and then rebuild. Exhale forward, and then inhale to roll up. And feel that we have space between the ears and shoulders, trying not to scrunch up into the neck. 2 more. And 1. Lovely. We're going to cross those legs. You're going to bring yourself forward into 4-point kneeling. Now you have one of 2 options. If you're newer to Pilates or finding plank position, you're going to keep 1 knee down to the ground. For everyone else, we're taking a step back, push into those 5 toes, find that activation. Second leg steps back. Tuck your pelvis. Feel like you're trying to lift your chest away from the ground and lengthen from head to heels. This is your strong plank. Keep it. 1 leg, point the toe. Lower and lift the leg. Squeeze the glute. Tap and lift. It's very important that you take a few moments to find your posture. And now you want to try keep it. At any point, you can lower your knee down to the ground if you need. For 3 more, keep those hips pointing down to the mat. And last one. Let's lower that foot, lower the knees, reset. Opposite side. So switching over your legs if you need, or you're coming back up to plank with me. Press into your pinky fingers, it really helps. Second leg, step back, tuck the hips, lift your chest. Second leg, point and lift, squeeze. Take your gaze slightly in front of your mat, so your neck is long. We don't want tension in the neck. Think of squeezing into the crease of your glute, that little smile area. 3. Pressing into your pinky fingers. 1 more. Bring that foot down, lower your knees, lower your chest all the way down to the mat, slow and steady. And stretch your arms back behind you, palms face in. Your head is floating above the ground, and you're trying to lift your belly button off the mat. Inhale, lift the chest, reach back. Exhale, lower the chest. Good, deep breath in, we lift. And exhale, lower. Taking this at your own pace. Feel that you're lifting from the mid-back. And each time you lift, it's an opportunity to make small adjustments, like lifting up through the core a little bit more, stretching through the front of your chest. Can you think of lengthening through your neck and head? Let's go 1 more. Can you hold it in your hover? Your gaze is still down to the ground. Your chest is slightly lifted. Let's lift just the arms and lower. Inhale up. Exhale down. Finding your stability across your hips. 2 more. And 1. Hold it here. Float your legs up. And then swim and kick your legs very gently. So now we have the height in the chest. You're welcome to come closer to the ground if you need. Gaze is down to the ground, very important. Inhale for 5, exhale for 5. Stretch through the arms, open the chest. Can we feel that activation in the back? Glutes. Arms. 1 more round of breath. Gently lower everything down. Bring your hands under your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Press yourself back into a downward dog or a pike position, lifting your hips up. Pressing into your pinky fingers, find that stretch. We're into our cool down. Lower your knees to the ground. Open them. And let's take a twist, stretch up. And thread under, let's hold that. Dropping into that stretch. Lengthen through your top arm if that feels good. Deep breath in through the nose, out the mouth. Bring that hand in, let's take it over to the other side. Little twist, stretch up, gaze up. And then thread under. Press your hips back behind you. Stretch through this top arm. Nice big breath in through the nose, out the mouth. Bringing the heart rate down. Bring that hand in. Back to 4 point. Knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Let's gaze forward, open the chest. Exhale, round from hips to head. We take that nice inhale to come forward and exhale to round. Pressing into your pinky fingers to get that stretch through the chest. 2 more. And last one. Keep that C shape in your back. Drop your hips to your heels. And then just walk your hands away from you here for a moment. Final few breaths. And then gently rolling it up to seated. Well done. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Monday live session. If you are new, welcome. I've seen a couple of new faces here, so I'm excited to chat to you after the session. Also, thank you so much for everybody that messaged to let me know that the live class hadn't connected. We restarted and we were able to go ahead with our regular Monday live class. So thank you so much to everyone for being here. If this is all for you today, I hope that you have an amazing week and I will see you next week, Monday again. You can also go and check out the uploads that are coming this week. For everyone else that is staying, let's have a chat, check in and see how you're feeling. You can also come and ask your questions. All right, let's see, how are we doing? I'm just going to grab a quick sip of water while you pop your messages in. Lots of new faces here today. Welcome, welcome everybody, and questions. Oh, I'm so glad that we got this working. I was a bit worried. Is Pilates work for PCOS? This is a great question. It absolutely is. It's something that I'm very passionate about. It's how I actually started my channel before, was creating Pilates for PCOS specifically. The reason why it is amazing is that it is a lower intensity workout while deeply focusing on building strength and muscle, which is very, very important for PCOS. I do have a couple of videos on the channel that really go in depth on this. So I will send this through to you. Just pop me a message and then I will send you the videos with more details. But yes, to answer, Pilates is amazing for PCOS. I love the side body work today. Oh, I am so excited to hear that because I know side body work can sometimes feel a little bit strange. I know, especially with the shoulder and finding that strength in the side body. So I'm so happy to hear that you enjoyed it, doing some new stuff, playing around there a little bit. Great session. Thank you so much, Charlene. I'm so happy to hear that that was a great session for you. And thank you so much for your super fan. I also really appreciate that. It was very kind of you. All right. So if you have any questions, if you're new, you can also just come and say hi. Let me know where you're joining from. I really like to be connected with the community. I like to see the names that pop up and get to know you a little bit better. And then also, if you have any special requests for classes you want here, you can let me know because I like to make this space our space. And so the more I get to know you and the questions and the parts of Pilates that you're trying to get better at, then I make sure to create that content here for you. All right, so I'm just be here for a few more minutes, staying here for some questions, because I know that we started a little bit later, but I want to make sure that I give it the full amount of time like we usually have. But yeah, for everyone that's leaving, I hope that you have a lovely week. And I will stay here and chat. Thank you so much, Lucy. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all the love and the support. I also like how we have these little crowns. Bye, Lucy. Hope you have a lovely week. I will see you on Wednesday. All right. I'm going to have this uploaded for the replay. And if you are watching the replay and you have any questions, you can share it in the comments and I will answer it in the comments as well. Thank you so much. Bye.